Welcome to Belgro's Funeral Home, where we celebrate life's precious moments. From the moment you enter our doors, you're met with kindness and care. Our reception area is designed to be more than just a waiting room. It is a place of calm, created to ease the weight of grief. In our private conference room, conversations are guided by empathy. Here, our client experience coordinators sit beside you, not just across the table, to help plan a service that truly reflects your loved one's story. Whether it's a traditional farewell or a personalized celebration of life, we take time to understand your wishes and offer thoughtful guidance. At the heart of our organization is a dedicated manager who ensures that everything runs smoothly, from the smallest detail to the final farewell. We understand that choosing a casket or a coffin is a deeply personal decision. In our selection room, we provide a calm, respectful environment where families can take their time and explore options that reflect their loved one's life, beliefs, and preference. Our spacious chapel is where memories are honored and lives are celebrated, designed with serenity and warmth. It provides a welcoming space for families and friends to come together in reflection and remembrance. For families choosing cremation, we offer on-site professional cremation services in a setting that upholds dignity, peace, and confidentiality. Our crematorium offers a seamless and respectful alternative to traditional burial, giving families flexibility while maintaining the highest standard of care.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Morning and welcome to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. My name is Akinlabi Holder and it is Thursday, the 27th of November 2025. Yes, we're in the final Thursday of the month of November and we're heading into the final month of the year, December. I hope that you are up and you're ready to go. The morning show is here and we are ready to have those very interesting discussions for your edification. I am here with my lovely co-host, Lavion Cupid. Good morning.
Good morning, Akinlabi, and good morning, Tobago. As always, it's a pleasure to be seated here before you. Thursday, the 27th of November. That's why I'm wearing red. We're heading into the festive season. Feliz Navidad, Akinlabi.
Well, you know, we're heading into the festive season, but also, you know, we are in the political season as well. So some persons might be seeing that well and telling themselves, well, yes, we have another one.
Oh my goodness. What my boy Watson always say, me need a fish, no fowl.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we have a number of interesting conversations for you all this morning. I think we were expecting some announcements yesterday, I believe. Yeah. I saw floating around social media that the TPP was supposed to settle on the final two candidates, but unfortunately we didn't get it. No. Hopefully today they could finalize their deliberations a lot of persons are in suspense, waiting to see how this political drama plays out. Maybe we could get this one over with and head into the new dramas that are bound to come in the next few months and the next few weeks as the race to the Assembly Legislature heats up.
Yeah, indeed. All right. And with that, let me give you guys the news in 90 seconds to start off your day with all things current affairs. In just over 24 hours after 23-year-old Israel Collin was shot dead by multiple gunmen who emerged abruptly from a Nissan Tida outside Basik's Mini Mart in Sandy River Mason Hall, shooting the man about his body. Last night, the body of a foreign national was reportedly discovered in Castara. Police sources have not yet confirmed details surrounding the incident as investigations continue. This is a developing story and more details will be made available in a subsequent newscast. Up next, last evening, the Tobago People's Party, TPP, gathered in the halls of Ravenel's Resort for a prayer and consecration service to kickstart the campaign season ahead of the upcoming THA elections. Though many anticipated the unveiling of all 15 prospective candidates, including the controversial Mason Hall, Mariah, and Buku Mount Pleasant electoral districts, the party's political leader, Vali Augustine, promised supporters that this will be done on Monday, December 1st, 2025. Staying with news on the island, today the Tobago Day 2025 event kicks off with the highly anticipated Tobago Torch Run, a new and vibrant event that celebrates the island's rich heritage, unity, and community spirit. This year's calendar will comprise of a unique mix of events that showcase the island's rich heritage and deep roots. And finally, in some news of politics, yesterday, Minority Leader Kelvin Morris called on Chief Secretary Vali Augustine and Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar to come clean with the people of Tobago after United States Air Force C-17A Globemaster 3 military transport plane was seen in the island's airspace during the early hours of Wednesday morning, labeling the incident as deeply concerning. This follows rumors of the U.S. military being given permission to set up a radar system at the A.N.R. Robinson International Airport. However, when Tobago Updates Digital sought answers on the matter from Chief Secretary Vali Augustine on Monday, Augustine denied such claims, stating he had no information, further adding it was a move he will not support. These and other stories in our major newscast at 6:30 p.m. Be viewing Tobago Updates Television. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
Thank you very much, Lavion, for that news in 90 seconds. And we see, unfortunately, some incidences of violence in the Tobago space once again.
Yeah.
But it's worth noting to note that we've greatly reduced the amount of shootings and murders on the island in comparison to 2024.
Of course.
So even though that this unfortunate incident takes place, we could also take heart in the fact that, you know, it's way less than it was last year.
Oh yeah, definitely. Learning that it was a foreign national. Well, I mean, we don't have confirmation yet whether it's a murder, whether it's an accident, whether it was a natural cause of death. We are hoping that it is the latter, of course, Akinlabi.
Yes.
But you know, it's always a lot of controversy surrounding foreign nationals because we are a tourism destination. But all in all, some unfortunate news there. I mean, last year was our bloodiest year and was 7 so thus far for the year.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully this is not 8. But then even more interestingly is the conversation of the U.S. military plane yesterday in the Tobago airspace. I was having my daily workout and I saw it fly above me there and I said to myself, this is not Caribbean Airlines. I worked in the airport for 11 years. It's not Caribbean Airlines. Yeah, but some interesting conversations surrounding that because we know that citizens are very tense, citizens are very concerned with all the build-up that is happening.
Yes.
And we also know that Grenada is yet to answer the U.S. about whether or not they will give permission for
the
them
radar
to set
system.
up the radar system at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. I know Grenadians came out in their numbers and protest, and a lot of Grenadian political stalwarts even spoke out against it. And I mean, just the irony of it, when you think about setting up a U.S. military radar system in Maurice Rupert Bishop International Airport. I wonder if people are aware of what happened in 1983.
Well, I don't think they're really aware.
You have to be aware as a Caribbean native, as a post-colonial country, as a black man, as a black woman. How could we not be aware? How could we forget the great words from you start from Martin Luther King, from Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Thomas Sankara. How could we forget Kwame Ture, George Padmore? These are our people, these are our ancestors, these are our revolutionary fighters. How could we as black people forget this?
I think for the Grenadians, that is a big part of why they're resisting. They remember their history. But you know, Trinidad and Tobago's relationship with the United States is a bit different. And persons, so that's why you have this big divide about persons' comfort with the presence of the United States in the space, given the geopolitical tensions in the region. But hopefully, we can get some more information from the government. I know persons have been asking for clarity on Trinidad
Where
and Tobago's
there's no clarity, we make assumptions.
Yes, hoping that they will get some more clarity in the coming weeks concerning what is Trinidad and Tobago's position with the United States and this whole situation with Venezuela. But until then, persons will speculate and come up with all sorts of things.
You have persons that are actually scared.
Yes.
You have citizens that are scared. You have citizens that are worried, and rightfully so.
Okay, so apart from our geopolitics, let's go into what we're discussing this morning, Lavian. Who are we having on the show?
Of course. Let me give you that one time. And then don't worry, viewers, we will head into the birthday shout-outs. But we would be speaking to Veronica Johanna, founder of Healing with Horses. And she will be here to speak about some Healing with Horses upcoming events at Kinabi. So we're looking forward to that.
Yes.
And then we speak to Sergeant Emmanuel York of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. We have that very important conversation, weekly conversation about all that is happening on the island. And then we wrap up with a representative from the Tobago People's Party here to speak on the TPP election updates. So you don't want to miss a beat this morning. Keep viewing Tobago Updates Television, the morning show.
Thank you very much, Lavia. And now it's time to celebrate with those who are celebrating with us. It's time to head to our birthday shout-outs. Yes, at Tobago Updates, we like to celebrate whatever you're celebrating. And we're going to kick things off by saying happy birthday to Miss Angel Matheson. Happy birthday to you, Miss Angel Matheson. Posing very stylish there with your peace sign.
Yeah, man.
We pray God's richest blessings on you. And we know that you have been a very good girl. Coming out from your mommy, Miss Monique. Coming out from your mommy, happy birthday to you. And they want to wish you all God's richest blessings. And they want to let you know that you are loved and cherished. And they'll take good care of you today on your birthday. We move on and we say happy birthday to Miss Candice Jones. Happy birthday to you, Miss Candice Jones. God's richest blessings. This is your special day. Yes, we hope that you spend many more birthdays celebrating in good spirits, and everything that you set your heart to, you achieve it.
Indeed, happy birthday, Candice. I haven't seen you so long, girl. Enjoy.
We continue and we say happy birthday to Carol Irvin Skinner. Yes, happy birthday to you, Miss Skinner. Today is your day. Celebrate, drink, eat, be merry, be safe. And we pray that you keep God close to your heart and you put him forward in everything that you do.
Amen.
Carleen Irvin Mark. Well, we have a lot of birthdays today. Today is the birthday of Carleen Irvin Mark. I'm hearing that she's one of a twin. And so happy birthday to you and your sibling. Happy birthday to you and your sibling. And we thank God for your life and we pray that he keeps you for the next year. And everything that you set your heart to, you achieve it. Happy birthday to Miss Tricia St. John Small. This is my friend. This is my big sister. Happy birthday to you, Tricia. Yes, we thank God for your life. And for those of you who don't know, this is the mother of Miss Jolie St. John, who has been in the news for the past couple of months.
Oh,
She's
yes.
the regional minister, junior minister of tourism.
Tourism, yes, indeed.
So this is the mother of Jolie St. John. Happy birthday to you. We know that you're a real pillar and a rock in your family. We thank God for your life, and we pray that He keeps you and protects you, and that in next year you shine from glory to glory.
Amen.
And finally, we say happy birthday to Miss Crystal Forbes. Happy birthday to you, Miss Forbes. Happy birthday to you, Miss Forbes. God's richest blessings on your special day. We see you dressing up very fancy, and we know tonight, I'm pretty sure tonight gonna be a real good night for you. You're gonna dress up in your dandans. You're gonna get a nice champagne and food, probably a nice steak. And they're going to be treated like the queen that you are. We pray God's richest blessings to you, and that you grow from strength to strength. So yes, viewers, whatever you're celebrating, we like to celebrate with you, whether it's a birthday, anniversary, you have a new job, you have a new apartment, you finished constructing your home, you started a business, you sold that business, you closed a business deal. Whatever it is you are celebrating, send it to us here at Tobago Updates. We would like to celebrate with you. So viewers, as we said before, we have a very interesting lineup of discussions to have, and we thank you for viewing us on our Facebook Live or YouTube page, 102 on AMPLIA, 121 and 130 on Flow, 33 on Judicial. Whether you're viewing with us here in Tobago, Trinidad, the region, or abroad, we thank you very much for making Tobago Updates Tobago's #1 station, and we ask you to help us. Share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back after these messages.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
We waiting so long, the people miss the bacchanal. Tobago. The countdown is on for Tobago Day 2025. From November 27th to December 6th, the island comes alive under the theme One Tobago, One People, One Destiny.
The celebration begins with the Tobago Torch Run, led by the Chief Secretary, Assemblyman, and our proud sporting groups.
Then, on November 28th, the THA Triathlon takes center stage. On November 29th, we all head to the Shore Park Recreational Grounds for the Tobago Games, Sports and Family Day, games we used to play from 6 p.m.
Join us on December 2nd for the Thanksgiving Harvest Service at the Shore Park Complex from 10 a.m.
Bring your Tobago produce, share your blessings, and celebrate community. Then, December 3rd and 4th, discover our roots on the Scarborough Heritage Bus Tours. 2 daily departures at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m.
On December 4th, witness excellence at the Tobago Day debate beginning at 10 a.m. at the Assembly Legislature.
And the Tobago Day Awards ceremony 7 p.m. at the Shore Park Complex.
And for the grand finale,
December 6th, the cultural concert and drone show lights up the Scarborough Esplanade from 7 p.m. It's all about Tobago Day 2025. One Tobago, one people, one destiny.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Join Bishop Terence Baines and the Tobago Gospel Promoters as they present In Response to Jamaica From the Heart, a powerful benefit concert at the Shore Park Food Hub. Jamaica has been hit hard by Hurricane Melissa. Homes destroyed, lives uprooted, and families in despair need of support. But together, we can help rebuild what was lost. Experience uplifting performances by Trisha Bukaj Asubas, Jada George, Kashif Wilson, Axis, Donnell Joe, Gabby Williams, Terence Baines, Prosperous Garibert, and many more. All performances will be auctioned. So come prepared to give, to share, and to make a real difference. Every dollar, every act of kindness counts. Let's stand together, Tobago, unite in love, faith, and purpose, and give from the heart. It's all happening Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Shore Park Food Hub, Tobago. Stand tall for Jamaica.
Lord, I thank you.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
viewers, welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television. Thank you so much for staying with us. We dive right into conversations this morning, and on set with me, we have Miss Veronica Johanna, founder of Healing with Horses, and also we have the director of Soccer Elite Football Academy, Mr. Daryl Trim, and we're here to talk about some upcoming events and activities at Healing with Horses, a collaboration. Good morning to you guys and welcome.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Lavon.
All right, great. So we're talking about upcoming events at Healing with Horses, but first tell me a bit about Healing with Horses and what you all do there and what is expected there.
Okay. First of all, I want to talk about gratitude. I'm so happy that Tobago Update always supports us and we can speak about the events which are coming up. Okay. So, and I'm really super excited that Daryl came with me today because it's really all about collaboration. And he has an amazing team, and I met him through his group, participated in our monthly beach cleanups. So we integrate not only the volunteers, the special needs, but also community members to clean up the beach in Buku. Buku Beach became very popular now. And we all love to live and enjoy the clean, serene ambience. And not only our horses, but also our staff members and, of course, our visitors. And that's coming up on Thursday, the 4th, from 4 until 5. And we give out exciting prizes, so you can win a tour with the horses. And then you can win Being with Horses sessions. You can win the beautiful calendar. I also want to talk a little bit about that. Our annual fundraiser. In the back, it shows Buku Point, and I want to extend my gratitude to THA, who is allowing us to be at State Land since 18 years. So we are here at Buku Point, where we created a beautiful therapy park. A lot of locals don't know about that. Please feel invited. Please feel invited to come purchase manure.
All right, so tell me about some of the activities that happen at Healing with Horses. What are some of the things that you all do? I know that we have the collaboration coming up and we have the specific events, but what are some of the activities that actually happen at Healing with Horses?
Okay, today at 9 o'clock, we have an integrated session where we also integrate special needs youth member. So the youth empowerment program is already running, okay? And Mr. Daltrim is volunteering his time as a coach to lead, to guide. Children and youth members learn leadership with horses.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
So plus, we have also the tourists integrated. We need to find a way to be sustainable. Yeah. So the special needs and the local youth members also meet the tourists. Yeah.
All right. So, Mr. Trim, your football academy, you have, is it that you have a special section for special needs children that you work with?
Everybody's included. So we do not exclude the special needs children from the other children. So on Saturday mornings, I offer free training for children with special needs. So on a Saturday morning, what I have brought forward to the parents is that they come and have a little bonding session with the children. So the parents come and the parents also learn how to teach the children different development skills on the football field. So it's also a bonding moment and also a teaching moment for the parents. So we have a nice session that happens on a Saturday morning where the parents get to really bond with the children on the football field.
On the football field, and also at Healing with Horses, you all have now collaborated together. Yeah?
Yes.
All right, so tell me how that collaboration came about though.
So the collaboration really came about, as she indicated earlier, from us volunteering with the beach cleanup. So I would have indicated to her that I have some special needs children. So we had a conversation about it, and we decided that we will call the program the Youth Empowerment Program, where children with special needs and also children that are not special needs will also come and have some therapeutic sessions at the park and also learn how to walk the horses. Because I believe that children need to be outside more. They need to learn things outside the basic sports and other things. So I think we need to teach them some life skills, also leadership skills, especially in society where it's so easy for you to go astray now.
Right.
So it's important that we have these programs to teach the youths leadership, because a lot of youths are just going astray, and we need to teach them how to be leaders and not followers.
And how long has this collaboration been? How long have you all started working together?
About 2 months now, about 2 months, approximately 2 months now, we have the program running. I think last week we had actually had our first session where we had 2 special needs children from a school that I coach came and had a wonderful session. I know everything went smoothly. The kids enjoyed themselves. They were able to communicate with the locals. So it was just a nice session happening there last week.
All right. And Veronica, so tell me about the events exactly that we are going to be seeing, because I see the Thrifty Full Moon celebration. Yeah. So tell me about that, and tell me the events leading up, or the events that would span across the time, and how you will culminate everything.
Okay, of course. So on Tuesday, there is the Day of Disabilities. We are invited at the conference at the library. And Mr. Torres, which is the president of the Torres Foundation, he's actually right now in Washington, D.C., but he invited us to speak about our collaboration. So the Torres Foundation is a foundation which includes the visually impaired ones. And it was a wonderful experience in 2009 when he brought 26 visually impaired blind people to us. At that point, we were not registered at a NGO. And he said, Veronica, we're gonna make that big. So I want to extend my gratitude to Mr. Torres, because he is a local who inspired us to register Healing with Horses, which became now a well-known foundation. And again, thanks to Trim, Mr. Trim, you know, through the local, I would say also honored community member, this is how we're growing, you know. We have to go hand in hand. And in Trinidad and Tobago, we say, or in Tobago, one hand doesn't clap.
Yes.
So the upcoming events, yes, on Tuesday, I'm going to speak at 12 o'clock at the library about the integration of the visual impaired ones. And it's really important that we give all opportunities. Just like Darrell said, inclusion is so important. So we empower them through inclusion, but you know, also I feel empowered. It's a very rewarding work. I think this is why we are here on set today. You know, we wake up early and say, yes, we speak about what we're doing because we love what we're doing. And now we also train the youth of Trinidad and Tobago because we want that goes on.
Right.
Yeah. We also employ special needs adults, and this is very important for society to know that special needs adults, maybe they can read and write, maybe they're not as fast, they're different, but it is very important to include them. And we are having that pilot program running now since 2010, that we employ special needs adults. They work 4 hours a day, they get their stipends fee, they clean up the paddocks, they fill up the manure bags, and
they have that sense of independence.
Yes, they are very trustworthy people.
Of course. Yeah, of course they are. Now, I see that you also have from Thursday, the 4th of December, you have an event from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., entry donation of 50 TT. So tell me about that.
So that's our full moon bonfire celebration that is happening every month on a full moon.
Every month.
We open our gate this month or next month in December. The 4th of December on a Thursday at 5 o'clock. So we are also having a sale of great books, of gentle use clothes, of toys, where you can also meet our volunteers. And then we have musicians coming out. So some volunteers like Akili, who is a soccer artist, and then we have Stephen, who is a jazz musician. He comes with his saxophone, and then Kiwan, he comes with his guitar, and then we have the Fire Lord, who is a local artist who does fire juggling, and then of course the bonfire. So that is something where we open the park for the public, and you pay 50 TT's entrance, and you have a beautiful, you know, a special experience, I think, at the Park of Healing with Horses, which is a 3-acre park with benches and slides. The horses live there. You can take pictures with the horses. It's a community event, which helps us also to raise awareness and funds.
Nice. So it's an event that I thrift. I get some books, I get some slightly used clothes, there are things to eat or drink. Yeah, I have some entertainment, and then we culminate with a bonfire.
Of course.
We also have the horses around, so you're there and you're able to enjoy the scenery and just the ambience with the horses as well, correct?
Absolutely beautiful. The Full Moon Bonfire the flyer is right now on screen.
Right.
So this is a lovely event where also Mr. Trim brought people, and we invite also community members to sell their local arts and crafts. So we have tourists also passing through.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mr. Trim, you would be taking part in this event as well with your group?
Well, we don't bring the churn
not to the bonfire.
To nightly activities,
Yeah.
but I do come and support the initiatives that the park has, especially like the bonfires and all the other events. I do come and support.
All right, great. Now, Veronica, could you tell me a bit about this lovely souvenir that you brought here for us today?
Yes. Our yearly annual fundraiser, the Calendar of Healing with Horses. We create this every year to recognize our horses. We took in 24 horses so far from the mounted branch, from the racetrack, from other equestrian centers, which are discharged, which are also special needs. And we have this beautiful beach with us, which helps them to feel rejuvenated and where we will rehabilitate the horses, in our programs. So it talks about our programs, but it also talks about the horses. And we acknowledge each horse with a little story. For example, Apollo, he's now 17. He was in Trinidad before, an ex-race horse who had 10 different owners. And now he gives his service to the special needs since, I think, 2018.
Right.
Yeah. And here we find Cosmo. Cosmo is an ex-police horse, which is a very beautiful, calm horse. And then the next one, Mr. Shavari, the oldest horse, he's 27. He was born in Tobago. We have him with us on board since 2007.
Right. So the calendar comprised of all the horses and just beautiful photos that would have been taken over time with them, along with the stories. And where can someone get one of these to support Healing with Horses?
Yes. You can purchase them by us at the headquarters at Gala Trace, number 12 in Bucco Point, or you can also find it at Shore Things Cafe or at Dreamsicle, for example.
Right.
Yeah, and in different bookstores in Trinidad.
And what's the cost?
It's 100 TTs, and the full amount goes to the foundation.
Okay, great. And the 2026 launch is out.
Is out.
It is out. Okay, great. That is indeed incredible. Thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for gifting Tobago Updates with one. Mr. Trim, I want to ask you though, what was it that impressed upon your heart to include special needs children into your academy?
I think that it's something that I've seen, like, in my years of playing football, we never seen, any special needs children coming and train at us, even at youth level, up until, senior level. We never see any parents bringing out special needs children to have a little sweat or come and do some training. And from observation, I find that they were often neglected. And from working with them initially, I realized that they are fully capable of doing these things, and they should be included. Because they are fully capable. They might, as Veronica indicated earlier, take a longer while to catch up to the skills and whatever, but they are fully capable because they follow instructions really well and they are well behaved. Only some of them get kind of erratic sometimes because of whatever disorder they have, but they are very well behaved. They are amazing children to work with. They listen, they comply, they try to do the drills to the best of their ability, and such calm, wonderful human beings.
I can see such pride and joy in your face and your tone when you speak of it, that you're very proud and happy for the job that you're doing. And I definitely want to say thank you. I think that, I would hope that we would have passed that stage in society where we shun or we hide away children with disabilities, and so I really want to commend you on that. And is there any, because I want to make sure that you take this opportunity if you do need to, is there any plea that you would need to make with any entity, any organization that might be willing to assist your club, anything that you might need?
I mean, we function pretty well, but any assistance is, welcome. But we function pretty well, and we do get support from certain entities and certain, secretaries in the THA and stuff.
Right.
Do support.
Okay,
they mightn't put it up on social media, but they do support, and we are utterly grateful and thankful for that. And it's just make a shout out to the parents, don't keep the children inside and feel that they are not capable or they'll fall and hurt themselves and they're so scared. They'll be fine, and as time goes on, we hope that we see more activities, especially in the sporting arena, that include special needs children, where not only we could come out and see youth tournaments with children with children that are not disabled, but we want to hopefully see sometime soon that we could come and see youth tournaments with differently able children happening.
All right, thank you. And parents that do want to get onto you and be a part of their children be a part of your academy, where do you train, and do you have a contact information?
The contact information are on all our social media pages, Soccer Elite Football Academy, and we train at the Lowell Recreation Ground. And as I said, Saturday mornings, if you do not get onto me, I'm there from 9 o'clock or sometimes 8:30. Could just come and be a part of a great experience with us.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Trim. And Miss Veronica, as we close this morning, anything else you want the public to know about the upcoming activities at Healing with Horses?
Yes. Thank you. If you would like to bring your child or your youth member to being and healing with horses, or if you're a frontline worker, you are invited to register your child free of charge at our headquarters. Our WhatsApp number is 305-2000. 305-2000. Send us a WhatsApp message and you will be asked to come in the office to fill out the assessment form. And I was so touched listening to Mr. Trim. He is such an authentic patient coach. And I'm so grateful to have him on board. He's one of them. There's also my partner, Lennon Lafortune, who is amazing with the special needs children and adults, who works with them since over 18 years now. And many other, he also trains community member to go alongside. It's really about integration. Please don't be shy. Bring your children, bring your youth who maybe have ADHD, who maybe have, again, problems in concentrating, anxiety.
Autism.
Be more out in nature and do something else. And while watching your child and your youth member, you maybe also get a piece of the cake and feel more calm.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Indeed. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Trim, and thank you very much, Veronica, for joining us this morning. All right, viewers. So we were talking to Mr. Daryl Trim from Elite Soccer Academy and Ms. Veronica Johanna from Healing with Horses, talking about their upcoming events. So look out for that on December 4th from 5 p.m. They're going to have a thrift and bonfire. It's the full moon bonfire. So you definitely want to be a part of that down there at Buku Point. All right, so at this point we take a quick break and we'll be right back. We have so much more for you right here on the morning show. So do me a favor, share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be back.
Tobago. You also have an equal chance of winning the brand new ride for Christmas in a 3-car raffle organized on behalf of Queen's Royal College.
I want a piece of pork. I want a piece of pork from me Christmas.
First prize is a luxurious, fully loaded Royal Ride Ford Ranger. Draw a date Saturday, December 20th at the school. Tickets only $100. All proceeds for the further uplifting of the school. Tickets available from islandetickets.com. Stumpy's Emporium Canaan, Cad Supermarket Lowlands, Terry Brown Supermarket Mount Pleasant, Pablo Supermarket Argyle, Miles Almondos and Company Limited Scarborough, Yachts Marketing, TB Mart Bon Accord, Cost Cutters, Sharon Bookstores Lowlands, Police Credit Credit Union, Caribbean Jewelers Lowlands. For more info, call the college at 622-1671 or the hotline at 491-1802. Queens Royal College Christmas 3-car raffle.
We waiting so long, the people miss the bacchanal.
Tobago. The countdown is on for Tobago Day 2025. From November 27th to December 6th, the island comes alive under the theme One Tobago, One People, One Destiny.
The celebration begins with the Tobago Torch Run, led by the Chief Secretary, Assemblyman, and our proud sporting groups.
Then, on November 28th, the THA Triathlon takes center stage. On November 29th, we all head to the Shore Park Recreational Grounds for the Tobago Games, Sports and Family Day, games we used to play from 6 p.m.
Join us on December 2nd for the Thanksgiving Harvest Service at the Shore Park Complex from 10 a.m.
Bring your Tobago produce, share your blessings, and celebrate community. Then, December 3rd and 4th, discover our roots on the Scarborough Heritage Bus Tours. 2 daily departures at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m.
On December 4th, witness excellence at the Tobago Day debate beginning at 10 a.m. at the Assembly Legislature.
And the Tobago Day Awards ceremony, 7 p.m. at the Shore Park Complex.
And for the grand finale,
December 6th, the cultural concert and drone show lights up the Scarborough Esplanade from 7 p.m. It's all about Tobago Day 2025. One Tobago, one people, one destiny.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So, even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Join Bishop Terence Baines and the Tobago Gospel Promoters as they present In Response to Jamaica from the Heart, a powerful benefit concert at the Shore Park Food Hub. Jamaica has been hit hard by Hurricane Melissa. Homes destroyed, lives uprooted, and families in despair need of support. But together, we can help rebuild what was lost. Experience uplifting performances by Trisha Bukaj Asubas, Jada George, Kashif Wilson, Axis, Donnell Joe, Gabby Williams, Terence Baines, Prosperous Haribert, and many more. All performances will be auctioned. So come prepared to give, to share, and to make a real difference. Every dollar, every act of kindness counts. Let's stand together, Tobago, unite in love, faith, and purpose, and give from the heart. It's all happening Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Shore Park Food Hub, Tobago. Stand tall for Jamaica.
Lord, I thank you.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Tobago.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Tobago. It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Tobago.
in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam. You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
So guys, there are some new developments in housing in Tobago. So it's goat racing time. This is 116, the show that keeps you in the know with all things Tobago House of Assembly. Each week, 116 delivers a fun and engaging overview of the latest developments, achievements, activities, and events of our dynamic assembly. So join me. Let's dive into the Tobago House of Assembly's Week in Review right here on 116.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, welcome back. Welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television. I want to thank you so much for always choosing us and for staying with us. You know that today has kickstarted the Tobago Day 2025 calendar of events. Yes, this is a day, well, this is the season that Tobago celebrates herself. We celebrate ourselves, our unique culture, and the Tobago House of Assembly hosts the events. This morning would have started with the torch run. The Chief Secretary would have started in Charlottesville, close to his hometown, and he's a Speyside boy. So he started off there in Charlottesville. Yes, that's him there on screen with the torch, and we're passing the torch from tongue to tongue, person to person, tongue to tongue, and person to person, from Charlottesville all the way down to Crown Point, and then we culminate, where is it, at Shore Park, Akinlabi?
I'm not sure where they will culminate it, but it seems as if they will end it at Crown Point from everything that I've heard, but the Tobago Day 2025 is off and running.
Yeah, always an exciting time.
Yes, and persons look forward to the sports day. The sports day, I believe, is on...
Most competition?
Yes, I think it's on this Saturday, I believe it is. It's either this Saturday or this, but it's this weekend.
Right.
And we all know that the Division of Tourism is going to win. We all know that for a fact.
Are we being biased this morning,
Akinlabi? No. That's just a statement of fact that, you
Viewers?
know, they're going to win the triathlon, and they're going to win the sports, and they're going to come out victorious. They're going to win the March Pass. They're just going to win everything, and that's, you know, that's not me being biased at all.
At all. You know what? I can't give you wrong, because if it's one thing this Tobago girl do, once it concerns Roxborough, I front and center Roxborough with everything, right? So I mean, I could relate to being biased, but yeah. When last the Chief run? Is this what we had the Chief doing this morning?
Well,
Chief, we see you keeping fit.
He probably was training all these months with getting
Had
ready
to be, man.
So
Can't be out of breath in Charlottesville there.
No. Tobago Day is looking good. It's shaping up well, up and running.
I wonder if he ran all the way up to Flagstaff.
I heard he made it up all the way up to Campbellton. He made it up to Campbellton. I don't know if he passed the baton off at Campbellton, but...
All right.
I'm not sure if they had it in the previous years, but this is the first time I'm actually seeing it.
This is the first one.
Oh, this is the first one.
I think this is the first one.
Oh, they've had it before. Producer is telling us he believes that they had it before, but this is the first time I'm actually seeing it.
Yes.
You know, it's very, very I like it.
I like it
I
as
like
well.
it.
I would like some more details, but viewers, you know Tobago Updates Television, we are going to bring you the details on it, on exactly how it went. I'm not sure if the torch would have been passed on to someone in Speyside, someone in Delaford, coming down the Betsy Soap, Roxborough. I'm not sure how it would have gone, but a lovely, lovely, great initiative there, keeping us busy, keeping us on our toes, but celebrating who we are as a people. And as you say, as a people, as we move into the election season, because it's my favorite time of the year. Election. For me, there is no other time like election season.
You know, trouble is brewing once again in the TPP camp. Voice note has been circulating recently, as of this morning, with some activists in the Better New Grange area hearing their dissatisfaction with the candidate that was selected. You know, these things, it happens in the politics, and as I heard the voice note this morning, I came to the thought came up in my head, you know, this problem rearing its head again is because of our constitution, the way how our constitution works in Trinidad and Tobago, is that the executive and the legislature are not fully separated. The legislature and the executive, excuse me, the legislature and the executive are somewhat tied in together, whereby those elected members of parliament or area representatives, they make up the cabinet in central government, or the executive council in reference to the THA. And what often happens is that for political parties, it kind of causes a schism between the party groups and the executive, because now the party groups, they are concerned with the electability of a candidate, and so they want to put forward the most popular candidate, the candidate they think that could get the party the seats, the most likable person. Whereas the executive, they oftentimes have to try to balance in between who is electable and who could help govern. And so what you have is sometimes those interests clash. And you have, even though the party group support candidate X, prospective candidate X, the executive will choose prospective candidate Y, and it causes a clash. And I highly suspect that that's what's going on in the TPP now, because the executive has to look at who, apart from being electable, who in the party, which candidate going up could best help govern the island for the next 4 years. Because whereas an election is just about a 4 to 6 week period, governing is 4 years. It's 4 year cycles. And it's going to be difficult. While yes, you won the seat and you have the majority, it's going to be difficult now to find a place for those persons who are electable, but they don't have the skill set to govern.
They don't have
to
the skill
find
set,
a place to put them that they could function properly. And I think that's the balancing act that TPP is going through right now. This is just my theory, my suspicions. But that's the balancing act that TPP is going through right now, and it's causing some friction within the party.
Yeah, and it's such an interesting time because, you know, in years gone by, we would not have been privy to such things. But now that we have social media, someone could go on their phone, record a voice note, it goes viral. And of course, you know, it's our culture. These are the things that capture our attention more than the burning issues that are on the front burner that we should be paying attention to. And so these are the things, these are the elements of the election season that are going to blow up and get the most airplay instead of the issues that we really should be focusing on. But even as you say that, I recall in 2021, after the defeat, where the People's National Movement would have been defeated and ground supporters were calling for fresh faces, new. And now you see they are presenting a slate with 90% of them, of the prospective candidates are new faces. But I would have even noticed in comments where you would have seen former Chief Secretary Ansel Dennis, and then you have former Councillor and Secretary Kwesi Devines on the slate, and persons saying, well, we want new, you know, we have these two new faces. But what is new without experience?
And that is the problem.
Imagine having an executive
that is completely
with
new.
all new persons. And I don't think that we take those elements into consideration Even when we pronounce and we have our protestations about the 21-year governance that the People's National Movement had, I wonder if Tobagonians as a people, if we take into consideration how much responsibility we as a people have to take for that. Because after we would have elected one group of persons there for 21 straight years, knowing that they are human beings, how could we not take into consideration that human beings will become comfortable and complacent, and a lot of fallout might pursue thereafter? Of course, good things would have happened, but of course, there would be some fallout. And so we have to take responsibility for that. And so then even when we have political parties now vying for the Tobago House of Assembly, I hope that Tobagonians are reminded of the importance of a minority.
Yes,
whether that minority is the Tobago People's Party or the People's National Movement or the IDA, it doesn't matter who it is. Remember the importance of a minority to keep a government, to keep a sitting administration on their toes.
Agreed.
Because human beings are what make up political parties and executives, and we are all flawed. You and I sitting here are flawed, Akin Labi, and so we have to expect human beings to make mistakes. So when I hear political parties going for all 15 seats, I am scared. But of course, they must be ambitious.
They must be ambitious.
They must be ambitious, but as a citizen, I am scared because we know the fallout of a full executive and no minority, no opposition.
That's where the electorate has to come into play. That's where the electorate has to come into play and make the decisions. But sometimes, and this might be a hard pill to swallow, but the fact is that somebody winning all the seats is part of democracy as well.
It is.
But there are other ways. You don't have to necessarily be in the legislature to keep the executive into account. I know you mentioned something about the PNM and the returning of Kwesi Devines and Sir Dennis. And usually with the People's National Movement, they don't usually send back up persons who lose in the previous elections. But they had mitigating circumstances. These were extenuating circumstances. They lost 14-1, and so it was near impossible for them to not send back up a couple of persons who would have lost. Because as you said, what they would have been running the risk of is winning the elections and just having a completely fresh slate of candidates in the executive with no one really having that institutional knowledge on how to govern, and that would have posed a bit of a problem for the People's National Movement had that happened. So when you have persons like Ansel Dennis, Kwesi Devines, Kelvin Morris, even though Kelvin Morris, he was never in the executive, but he still has some sort of experience in the legislature. Then you have at least 3 persons, if they are to win, they have at least 3 persons who have that institutional knowledge that can now guide the rest of them as they govern. And in my opinion, Ansel Dennis and Kwesi Devines, having that experience in the executive, they have a wealth of knowledge. They were very strong in their time in office. And so they are excellent candidates to really give that guidance to the new ones in the People's National Movement that are going up for the elections. We still wait to see what effect this fallout in the TPP is going to have on the party and the ability to hold on to power, hold on to the executive.
Capture all 15, as the chief said.
No, I would have told you all 2 weeks ago, I thought the TPP would have walked away with it. I think a lot of persons in Tobago were thinking that the TPP would walk away with it. But these schisms that are popping up in the party, and I suspect some more schisms may pop up as the dissatisfaction continues to grow, because I know I've been hearing word on the ground that people are dissatisfied about other seats as well. So we would see how that really impacts the party, and hopefully they could do whatever negotiations and discussions that they need to have with those party groups and those disgruntled individuals to really bring the party back to some level of cohesion so that they can move forward in the elections. But we'll see how things turn out. I know persons in the PNM camp must be smiling with the all whites, the pearly whites showing this morning.
This is democracy.
Yes. That's this. The People's National Movement probably seen an inroad now into some of these seats.
Yeah, because a fractured party means persons would abstain from the polls.
Yes.
And we have this narrative in Trinidad and Tobago where we say, and it breaks my heart every time I hear it, I don't take part in politics, me not vote. And when you don't go out and vote, someone decides your future for you. But as you said, Akinlabi, a lot has happened. But not only has a lot happened in recent times, in the recent 2-week period, or so 2 to 3 week period, but even a lot has happened since April 28th.
Yes.
That is also going. That also speaks to the Tobago House of Assembly election, because we can't be naive. A friend of mine always says to me, we can't stick our head in the sand like ostrich and think no one sees us, right? We can't be naive and not take into account that there is the narrative that the Tobago People's Party is aligned to the United National Congress. Of course, we have no facts on that, but it is a narrative in the streets, just like we have this voice note out there in the streets.
Yes.
And all these things influence persons' choices. All these things influence whether they go out to vote and who they vote for as well. So for me, my big thing is I want to know what the TPP supporters are going to do. If it is that your prospective candidate that you were supporting in your electoral district is not selected, are you going to abstain from the polls? Are you going to come together and support that one candidate that was chosen?
Yes.
Or then again to Akinlabi, Tobagonians, we're a special bunch. Our elections are won on election night, and I am not counting anyone out of this fight. I think that we have to wait on that night, whichever date the chief is about to pop out of his back pocket, because I think he's finished praying about it. His prayers has been answered. It's in his back pocket. He just can't find it yet. So let's hope it's not in the washing machine, stirring up to the bottom of a pile, right? He didn't wash it. But it is definitely going to pop up soon.
Well,
and we're looking at mid-January to late January.
I suspect
we guessing.
I suspect so, yes. So we hope that everything, we know everything is going to work itself out on the day that the elections takes place. All the dust will settle, and we need to remember that we are all Tobagonians and we need to work together.
It's all about
for this space.
But Akinlabi, I want to ask you one thing before we go. A People's National Movement, THA administration with a United National Congress central government.
We've seen how that
Tobago?
went before. We've seen how that went before. But
hypothetically,
that's democracy.
What do you
for
think
you.
our future is good? What
It will
are
be
we
tense.
walking
It's
into?
going to be tense. It's going to be tense. We've already heard Mr. Dennis say that the first thing he's going to take contention with the central government with is the matter of autonomy, Tobago's autonomy. And so we know that it's always going to be tense. The United National Congress and the People's National Movement never get along. That's no
Elephants fight.
Yeah, that's no
ants on the grass die. Yeah,
that's no secret. We've seen it before. We've seen how different parties in central government work along with the different party in the THA. We saw the clash between, even though they were on the same side, we saw the clash between the NAR and the UNC in the late 90s. We saw the clash between the PNM and the People's Partnership in the early 2010s. And we saw the clash between the PDP/TPP and the PNM just recently, 2021 to 2025. And so if the PNM crashes, if the PNM wins the THA elections, history tells us it's going to be another tense relationship between the Tobago House of Assembly and the central government.
But as you say, PDP, Watson Solomon Duke. What is a THA election without Watson Solomon Duke in the mix? No word from the PDP. I know that we would have, Tobago Updates would have reached out, our newsroom would have reached out. No comments from Chairman Sean Ned, no slate, no word, nothing is happening. For someone that has changed, no matter your political affiliation, Watson Solomon Duke is a name we would never forget. So if it is that he is out, if it is that the PDP is out, not only as a Roxburghanian and a Roxburgh girl, but it's a name that would always be synonymous to a great revolutionary politician right here in the island. And so Watson Solomon Duke, this is my clarion call to you this morning. What is a THA election without you? Hope to hear from you soon.
All right, viewers, we want to thank you very much for joining us here at the Tobago Updates morning show. And this is where we have to end the show. But Our programming still continues. We have GMT up next with Vanessa Ortiz. Yes, Vanessa Ortiz would be hosting GMT this morning. So do us a favor. Share the live, share the live, share the live. GMT is up next.
We are here at the Scarborough General Hospital Medical Imaging Department. This morning, we actually hand over our brand new 64-slice CT scanner, replacing the 16-slice scanner that we've had since the inception of the hospital. We've had a CT scanner, but this 64-slice will enable us to have faster images. So it's, of course, shorter scan time for patients, better imaging quality, so we'll be able to see detail in a much more efficient fashion, enabling better diagnosis, and it will also enable us to do things like CT angiography that we could not have.
Great. So it is really an honor being here this morning to finally participate in this ceremony. Of course, we know that the CT scan is one of those pieces of equipment that can really help us with a whole lot. Its capacity to see what is happening within the body means that it can help us when we're dealing with trauma, even when we're dealing with NCDs, when we're dealing with a full gamut, cancer, when we're dealing with a full gamut of diseases in terms of diagnostics. Ready? Because oncology is a illness that most people think is the end of life, and oh gosh, your family member is dying, there are a lot of support for patients. Therefore, a lot of patients, relatives, friends, and well-wishers follow them to clinic. The building that we now exist in is really small. We have 6 chairs in the waiting area, and then we cannot accommodate patients and relatives. If it rains, relatives have to find their cars. The sun is too hot, relatives have to find under trees. This situation was untenable. Therefore, the proposed move is welcome. I've been to the place, I've visited. The ambience is good. I know there is some construction to be done to make it fit for purpose at this time. And I do believe and I do feel that move, we will be able to enhance the care we give in various ways, because then we have space. Relatives will be able to come and sit with patients. That kind of intimate support will be there. For me, if I have to say yes or no to the move, I would have said yes in 2012, 2013, when the population started growing. That is after we had started in 2010, and patients knew that we had services available in Tobago, and they start migrating from Trinidad. Definitely, patients, relatives would be happy. Patients would be happy. Staff would welcome, because the unit is definitely tight. You can't move a wheelchair around the unit. There's one patient toilet. The situation is not good as it is.
About 40 years ago, I got into an accident, and I got a blow. It's terribly stuff now. And I had a scar. And I was always conscious of feeling the scar. So one day I felt it a little uncomfortable. And I started to check it, until I decided to have a checkup. The doctors and the nurses and them, they were really nice. You could see they were operating under duress. The place was uncomfortable, inadequate, not comfortable to sit for privacy, and but because it's cancer, because you're doing it serious, you go. Because for any reason, you would have looked for somewhere else to. But they needed, and they need to be approved.
This is where, for instance, if I have to speak to a family about what's going on with a patient, I have to have the patient and all the relatives in this space. It's not really conducive to that sort of conversation, especially if the news is not good. Normally after chemotherapy, we want to see you a week later to see how you're going and check your blood count, and then A lot of times that's a second journey to St. James. A lot of people would just disappear for 3 weeks, and we hope we see them when the next treatment session comes around. It would allow for patients to, one, have a bit more privacy and even have a relative come and spend some time with them while they're doing the treatment if the treatment is going on for hours. Having greater privacy would make people at least more at peace to know that, just because I show up at that building, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is what I have. Treatment in a more beautiful environment, a more calming environment, could only make things easier for patients. They go through enough as it is just with the illness and diagnosis and coming to grips with that.
I'm so happy to know that you are doing something about it, because it's about time.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.
Good morning, Tobago. I am your host, Renessa Ortiz. And before we get into what we have in store for you this morning, we're heading over to news in 90 seconds. In just over 24 hours after 23-year-old Israel Collin was shot dead by multiple gunmen who emerged abruptly from a Nissan Tida outside Basik's Minimart in Sandy River Mason Hall, shooting the man about his body, last night the body of a foreign national was reportedly found in Castara. Police sources have not yet confirmed details surrounding the incident as investigations continue. This is a developing story and more details will be made available in a subsequent newscast. Up next, last evening, the Tobago People's Party gathered at the halls of Ravenel's Resort for a prayer and consecration service to kickstart the campaign season ahead of the upcoming THA elections. Though many anticipated the unveiling of all 15 prospective candidates, including the controversial Mason Hall Moriah and Buku Mount Pleasant electoral districts, the party's political leader, Fali Augustine, promised supporters that this will be done on Monday, December 1st, 2025. Staying with news on the island, today the Tobago Day 2025 event kicks off with the highly anticipated Tobago Torch Run, a new and vibrant event that celebrates the island's rich heritage, unity, and community spirit. This year's calendar will comprise of a unique mix of events that showcase the island's rich heritage and deep roots. And finally, in some news of politics, yesterday Minority Leader Kelvin Morris called on Chief Secretary Fali Augustine and Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar to come clean with the people of Tobago after a United States Air Force C-17A Globemaster 111 military transport plane was seen in the island's airspace during the early hours of Wednesday morning, labeling the incident as deeply concerning. This follows rumors of the U.S. military being given permission to set up a radar system at the A&R Robinson International Airport. However, when Tobago Updates Digital sought answers on the matter from Chief Secretary Fali Augustine on Monday, Augustine denied such claims, stating he had no information, further adding it was a move he will not support. These and other stories in our major newscast at 6:30 p.m. And that was your news in 90 seconds. I'm asking you to stay tuned as we go to the break, and we'll be right back.
We waiting so long, the people missed the bacchanal. Tobago. The countdown is on for Tobago Day 2025. From November 27th to December 6th, the island comes alive under the theme One Tobago, One People, One Destiny.
The celebration begins with the Tobago Torch Run, led by the Chief Secretary, Assemblymen, and our proud sporting groups.
Then, on November 28th, the THA Triathlon takes center stage. On November 29th, we all head to the Shore Park Recreational Grounds for the Tobago Games, Sports and Family Day, games we used to play from 6 p.m.
Join us on December 2nd for the Thanksgiving Harvest Service at the Shore Park Complex from 10 a.m.
Bring your Tobago produce, share your blessings, and celebrate community. Then, December 3rd and 4th, discover our roots on the Scarborough Heritage Bus Tours. 2 daily departures at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m.
On December 4th, witness excellence at the Tobago Day debate beginning at 10 a.m. at the Assembly Legislature.
And the Tobago Day Awards ceremony, 7 p.m. at the Shore Park Complex.
And for the grand finale,
December 6th, the cultural concert and drone show lights up the Scarborough Esplanade from 7 p.m. It's all about Tobago Day 2025. One Tobago, one people, one destiny.
Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Join Bishop Terence Baines and the Tobago Gospel Promoters as they present In Response to Jamaica From the Heart, a powerful benefit concert at the Shore Park Food Hub. Jamaica has been hit hard by Hurricane Melissa. Homes destroyed, lives uprooted, and families in despair need of support. But together, we can help rebuild what was lost. Experience uplifting performances by Trisha Bukaj Asubas, Jada George, Kashif Wilson, Axis, Donnell Joe, Gabby Williams, Terence Baines, Prosperous Haribert, and many more. All performances will be auctioned. So come prepared to give, to share, and to make a real difference. Every dollar, every act of kindness counts. Let's stand together, Tobago, unite in love, faith, and purpose, and give from the heart. It's all happening Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Shore Park Food Hub, Tobago. Stand tall for Jamaica.
Lord, I thank you. Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So, even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Tobago! You also have an equal chance of winning the brand new ride for Christmas in a 3-car raffle organized on behalf of Queen's Royal College.
I want a piece of pork. I want a piece of pork from the Christmas.
First prize is a luxurious, fully loaded Royal Ride Ford Ranger. Draw a date Saturday, December 20th at the school. Tickets only $100. All proceeds for the further uplifting of the school. Tickets available from islandetickets.com. Stumpy's Emporium Canaan, Cad Supermarket Lowlands, Terry Brown Supermarket Mount Pleasant, Pablo Supermarket Argyle, Miles Almondos and Company Limited Scarborough, Yachts Marketing, TB Mart Bonaccord, Cost Cutters, Sharon Bookstores Lowlands, Police Credit Union, Caribbean Jewelers Lowlands. For more info, call the college at 622-1671 or the hotline at 491-1802. Queen's Royal College Christmas 3-car raffle.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. Now, last evening at Ravenel's Resort, the TPP, Tobago's People Party, spearheaded by Chief Secretary Fali Augustine, had their consecration service. Now, before we get into all that we have to do this morning here on Good Morning Tobago, we're just going to go over to a snippet of what the Chief Secretary had to say at that service.
Good evening, everyone. Please, you may have your seat. Allow me to acknowledge the deputy political leaders of the party, in Dr. Bremner, Mr. James, and Mrs. Pantin, and all other executive members of the party, and all members of the Tobago's People's Party, and those who are looking on online. This evening, as is our custom, we wanted, before we get into the heart of the politics, to spend some time praying to God. We wanted to spend some time acknowledging the author and finisher of our faith. We wanted to spend some time acknowledging that all good things, all blessings flow from Him, and that we ought to remain dependent on Him in this season. Our theme this evening is eyes fixed on purpose, hearts fixed on God. And whenever God calls a people into a new season, He doesn't just simply give them tasks. He actually gives them focus. And in moments like these, we are reminded that purpose requires discipline, but destiny requires devotion. And I can't help but think of Nehemiah rebuilding that wall. When Sanballat and Tobiah tried to distract him, to pull him away with noise, threats, and confusion, and Nehemiah answered with one of the most powerful lines in the Bible. He said, I am doing a great work and I cannot come down. Because Nehemiah understood something powerful, that rebuilding the wall was the assignment, but God was the anchor. But notice that once he began rebuilding, the attacks came. Distractions, ridicule, threats, sabotage, false accusations. Yet, Nehemiah refused to look away from his purpose. And that's why he said, I am doing a great work and I cannot come down. I want to tell the party that in this season, as the campaign gets started, distractions will come. Ridicule will come. Threats will come. Sabotage will come. False accusations will come. But we serve a God who knows what it is to part Red Seas and allow His children to go through. And part it He will in this season. And so I am simply here to remind the party that we have an assignment. And that assignment is to rebuild the walls. And we're not talking about the walls of Jerusalem, but of family life, of youth development, and social cohesion. Because just like ancient Jerusalem, many of our homes have cracks. Cracks in the foundation. And so we have to build walls of communication, of discipline, of love, and shared values. We have to ensure that we understand that when families lose structure, society loses stability. And so rebuilding these walls requires what Nehemiah demonstrated: prayerful leadership, collective effort and unity, persistence despite challenges. And what about our young people? Our young men and our young women who are facing great moral threats at this time. The digital noises, we heard about it a short while ago. Identity confusion. Just this week, murder in Mason Hall. And so we have to build walls and protect our young people and protect Tobago. This is not the Tobago we know. And so it means that where the cracks are, we have to rebuild the walls of this island, around this island. And of course, we have to build walls of social cohesion because our communities across this country are fractured by violence, mistrust, and social pressures. And we have to build and rebuild the society together. Nehemiah couldn't build the walls alone. I can't build these walls alone. Nehemiah needed his people by his side. Nehemiah needed his people to come out and build. An interesting thing about Nehemiah that I love is that Nehemiah told his people, you see these noises? Don't just ignore them, but take up work tools in one hand and sword in the next hand. So we go build them walls and we go fight off the enemy at the same time. Because come hell or high water, the walls must be built to protect the society. They must be built. And so, with a unified approach, we will, as the scripture says in Hebrews, we will run with perseverance the race set before us, fixing our eyes on Jesus. Purpose gives us our race, but God gives us our strength. And so in moments of service and leadership, may we all be like Nehemiah. May we reject the distractions when they come. May we stand firm in our calling. May our eyes remain fixed on the work and our hearts fixed on the one who guides the work. Purpose is our focus. God is our foundation, and rebuilding is our calling. And if we keep the alignment, purpose before us, God with us, then I assure you not a single opposition. Not the lady with 28 votes, not the one-man party, and certainly not the one that is trying to resuscitate from its comatose stage. No opposition, no noise, nothing in this season will stop us from building walls of protection around this island and ensuring that Tobago develops. Because Tobago is the object of our love. And so, on Monday, when we go on the Esplanade and we introduce all 15 candidates, I see my good friend Liz here. How are you going, Liz? I hope you got some of the sermon tonight, and may the Lord richly bless you. But when we go on the Esplanade and we launch all 15 candidates and introduce them to Tobago, it will be at that point and place that we will be signaling to the island how we intend to govern for the next 4 years. With God in front, and each of us holding each other's hand, and in unity, rebuilding walls of protection around this island. I assure you, if we rebuild those walls with God, not even threats from Venezuela will bring those walls down. Granted, Tobago is definitely a place of peace and a place of love. But the truth is, we have lost some things as a society. And so this election is more than just turning out the vote. It's more than just winning seats. Of course, we will win seats. But this election has to also be about how we put Tobago back to work. How we improve on our productivity as an island. How we ensure that when we show up in the morning time to work, that is not for 20 minutes and 30 minutes, but we put in an honest day's work for honest day pay. It's about understanding that teachers alone can't do it in the school. And that although as a THA we spend more money than anywhere else per student, that unless parents get involved and the entire village gets involved, we will not get the kind of scholarships that we require from our students. Rebuilding the wall means that every one of us have a part to play in the equation. Every one of us have a part to play. And so this cannot be business as usual. It can't be what we are accustomed to. Vote a party and hope that our young ones will get a job. It has to be more than that. This is about a covenant between this party, the people, and God about how we are going to rebuild this island that we love. It is mightily difficult to undo 21 years that the cankerworm and the locusts have stolen. But I guarantee you that God will give us the strength for restoration over the next 4 years. Because the ultimate task of Nehemiah was restoration. The walls of Jerusalem were broken down. They were destroyed. God's people were in bondage for a long time. And now Nehemiah was leading his people into rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem. And so I say to you, get ready to get your hands dirty. We have work to do. We have a mighty fight to fight. We will work and we will fight and ensure we will build a safer Tobago, a better Tobago, a more productive Tobago, a more loving Tobago, a more peaceful Tobago, and a Tobago for which we can all be justly proud. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you on Monday evening when we are gathered together on the Esplanade to introduce our candidates to the island of Tobago. God richly bless you.
A wonderful speech by Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, and throughout the entire speech you're hearing the theme of unity. He's calling us to go back to days of long ago where the village was such an important and integral role in ensuring the progress of Tobago, not just for our adults or especially for our young people, ensuring that they have what it takes moving forward, ensuring that Tobago's future is bright and prosperous. Stay with us as we go to the break and we'll be right back.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Courts is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Courts Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Courts Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrell Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrell Spring. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
TNTech is pleased to advise that its Roxborough Service Center has reopened. Starting Monday, 10th March, customers can once more visit the Roxborough Administrative Building to pay TNTech bills, request new connections, and more. TNTech, powering the nation into the next generation.
Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, buljoil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. Now we're shifting the focus to youth empowerment and youth development. Here in studio with us and virtually we have No Youth Left Behind. They're an organization that is based in Labrie, Trinidad, that has been collaborating with the Glamorgan Youth Foundation right here in Tobago. Together they have been helping young people tap into opportunities, especially in tourism, education and personal development, ensuring that no youth feels forgotten or overlooked. With us, we have Mr. Quincy Joseph, who's joining us virtually. And here in studio, we have Ms. Desiree Ross and Mr. Gordon Grandison. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's so good to have you guys in studio. I'm always for youth development and youth empowerment. And I'm so excited to go into this discussion because there are some things in here that I would really like to hear us go into and dive into. So for those who are hearing about No Youth Left Behind for the first time, can you tell us what inspired its creation, Mr. Quincy?
So good morning to the whole cast. Thanks for Mr. Woods for reaching out and showing that interest in anything positive for Tobago and Tobago youths. To Gordon, good to see you. To Ms. Ross. So we are based in Labrie, Trinidad, but we are also based in Buku, Tobago. So Ms. Desiree Ross, she is the head of the Tobago operations, while we have Ms. Diana Kwame and Israel Watson, who head the Trinidad operations. So we would have first started work in Tobago in about 2023. Some parents from Tobago saw our program online and they reached out to us to see if they could participate. And you know, to the resolve and the commitment of those parents, it would have provided the platform for No Youth Left Behind to expand onto the island. And here we are, you know, a couple of years later, continuing our collaborations. I was listening to the speech just now by the Chief Sec where he focused on unity. And that is one of the focus of No Youth Left Behind. Our mantra is many hands, many minds, one goal. When we first started in Tobago, we would have made a call to the other organizations on the ground putting in that work. We wanted to make sure that our role was clear, that we didn't come to take over, we didn't come to try to, you know, to be like a savior per se, but to share the resources, to teach and to learn as well. We have met organizations like the Phoenix Society, I must pick them up as well. But Glamorgan, you know, something about Glamorgan just stuck with us, and we would have visited their site at Richmond Bay, and I must say, Tobago, as is known, they have a lot of gems that could really attract foreign investment. It could create opportunities to get the youths off the block. It could boost, you know, cottage industries and the other benefits that are associated tourism with development and that type of focus.
So I heard that you mentioned the Phoenix Society, and I know that group is primarily based on the creative industry. Can you tell us a bit of what that work was like with No Youth Left Behind?
Well, what happened, they were very instrumental, and I think we came to the Tobago updates already to promote something called Bago Brunch with NYLB. So one of the first official events that we did, we were focused on non-communicable diseases.
Hello? Mr. Joseph, are you there? Okay, well, in the meantime, I'll go over to you, Ms. Ross. So tell us about some of the programs you offer and what areas they cover and what needs are they responding to among the youth, not just here in Tobago, but based on the work you have done thus far.
Okay, basically, is he back or let's go ahead?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay. So Tobago, No Youth Left Behind had first launched in Tobago the branch where they were going in different communities in Tobago, and they were offering like a health program targeting the youth between ages 7 to 17, I think it was, and they will give them like different programs, and we have people come in and speak to them on healthy eating and stuff like that, and at the end we'll package them each with a healthy breakfast or brunch, breakfast / lunch. And then so we haven't yet completed that, but we visited a couple areas in Tobago already. I think Bell Garden, Charlottesville, Baku, and a couple others that I can't recall at the moment. So basically based on just the kids as the youths, both in Trinidad and Tobago, just in helping empowering them, getting the youths off the street and to let them know that there are more important things that they can do with their life to benefit them, as opposed to just not doing anything productive with themselves.
So basically you're guiding them in a direction of giving them purpose, giving them a reason to move forward in life, to be sustainable citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. Now I know the reason you're here in Tobago is because you're working with the Glamorgan Youth Foundation, and it's about a project that they would be installing in probably the next month or so.
Yeah.
Right. So can you give us a bit about what that project is about?
It is actually a project that is that we are partnering with the Canary, Blue Water Foundation. They are a group that is really into coastal development, and because of our location, which is on the beachfront, they have taken interest in us and decided to assist us with the development and beautification of the Richmond, Glamorgan area. So we as a group, we already had started the initiative, and they are just assisting us in phases as we go along, right? So all this preparation is actually in light of the regatta that we keep at the Richmond Bay area every year. So we are trying to take this eco product and engage the youth of the community with the whole beautification project to keep them occupied as we go up to the regatta, right?
Now, when we hear about eco and coastal, we hear tourism.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is something that you guys are implementing with this new program that you are rolling out. Yes. And I understand that there is a diploma involved. What exactly does this diploma entail, and what skills or knowledge does it provide to the participants of this workshop in particular?
Well, this diploma allows, I'll tell you what it allows for. It allows for a hands-on approach to tourism, right? The participants will have a chance to get the actual feel of what it takes to develop a product, right? Put it to market a product, and to have it basically building a product from ground up, right? And you know, in this society, not everybody is really book inclined, I should say, right? Not everybody had the theoretical aspect of it. But most people tend to gravitate when they're doing things more practical, yes, with physical, with their hands and on board. So this is the approach you want to take with this program that No Youth Left Behind has brought to us. You want to collaborate, get the youths them more active, so they will be in an active environment, an open space where they can express themselves and bring it together like that.
Awesome. Now, Mr. Quincy, I want to direct this question to you. What makes this program in particular different from the standard youth initiatives that we've seen before? Because you're speaking about tourism, the tourism product, and giving a diploma in that. How is this different from the programs we have seen before?
Right. So I'm glad you mentioned even the diploma aspect, because that is one of the main difference. Now, it's one thing when you do a workshop, you give a certificate, a piece of paper, you pat yourself on the back. But what we want this program to be, we want to initiate some changes. You know, sometimes you have to do different things to get different results. So what the diploma would be, it would ensure that the participants understand this is something serious. This is something that can really change your life and support your life. It's not just a phase you went through. It's not just a workshop you took and then you put down the certificate. It's something you could pursue. We have already started the discussions with various educational institutions so that we can ensure that it is accredited, that the diploma is recognized. What we're trying to do with this is to really get tourism, especially in Tobago, to be focused on as a trade. The same way you have welding and plumbing and carpentry, like Mr. Granderson said, everybody is not academically inclined. But everybody cannot pound a nail and everybody won't be a mechanic. In this day and time, we have noticed from our program in La Brea. Now, this originated from our work at the Pitchway through our program called Environmental Youth Energy. And with the response we saw from the young people, it would have got them interested in culture, in protecting their heritage, in being more patriotic. It would have opened avenues where they would have been able to do tours to supply and to supplement, you know, the income in their household, because, you know, quite a number of them come from what we often consider at-risk or very low-income households. So the diploma now would add that level of seriousness. This is not just, you know, a workshop you send your child to get a certificate. This is a door that is put into a career. And one of the differences is this. A gang leader or a gang member, a drug boss, he doesn't wait until he's 18, until a youth is 18 to put a gun in his hand or to give him a kilo of cocaine to move. I have known kids who would have used their school uniform as covers to transport drugs for drug dealers. So with this diploma program, as we are approaching youths who are 10 to 17, we want to give like the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of National Security, another alternative for youths, for young people who may be not conducive for the school environment, who may have been suspended or expelled from school. This is something that we could look at as an option before they are 18, we are looking at getting some legislation, maybe altered or amended or changed, so that somebody who would have come through this program, and I was speaking to the existence, the Glamorgan Tourism Academy, would have come to the academy. We are moving the age barrier. The same way a 15-year-old could squeeze a trigger and take someone's life, it's the same way and get paid for it by the gang leader. It's the same way a 15-year-old could take somebody on a tour, educate them about Tobago, show them the love of Tobago, and get paid for it.
And I totally agree with you, because we're always talking about involving the youth in the progress of our island, in the progress of our country. And if we start from as young as early, that is embedded and ingrained in them. You know, there's this saying that you can't bend a tree that is already rooted. You have to start when it's,
Young,
So I was going to ask you next, why was tourism such an important pillar? But you already answered that when you stated that this is a form of creating jobs for young people. It's a form of giving them national pride. So we don't even need to go into that question. And I was also going.
Tobago doesn't have oil and gas, you know.
Right, we
And
are
even for
primarily
Trinidad.
tourism based. Yes. And I was going to ask you next about the age group, but you also answered that. But I also want to go in a bit on that and ask, how can our young people who are interested register for this program?
Well, that would fall on the Glamorgan. Now, again, it's a collaboration, it's a partnership. We are not the type of organization that comes and just gives instructions. We believe in taking a proper triage. So we have left certain elements to the folks at Glamorgan. You know, this is their community. They have to tell us how we can help, the type of gaps and voids that they need filled. So we have left the selection process to the Glamorgan Youth Foundation. Initially, we had suggested 25 young people from the area or, you know, neighboring areas, but that number might increase. Like Mr. Granderson said, although we have started the mobilization stage, you know, the full program would look to launch next year. So maybe as the program goes into that implementation stage, we can visit, you know, this program again and give the beautiful island of Tobago another update.
Now, Ms. Ross, over to you. What do you hope that the participants will gain, not just academically, but personally coming out of this program?
Personally, I hope that they are able to gain at the end of the program the knowledge of everything that they are going to do at the Richmond Bay, and that they can be junior tour guides, that the maxi taxi come in with tourists off the cruise ship, that they will be able to carry them in there, take them around the Richmond Bay and tell them everything from top to bottom about everything that is going on there. So I hope that at the end of the program, the diploma that they achieve, they are well knowledgeable about the venue, and that it sticks in their head, and that they just become a tour guide, and that could be a stepping stone to what they want to do in the future.
And Mr. Gordon,
Yes.
do you think that young people are naturally interested in tourism, or do you usually have to reshape the way that they look at it for them to be interested?
Well, I'll give you definitely reshape, because our community is not a community known for tourism, so to speak. Right? Our community have been as a drive-by community. We have been overlooking the natural resources that we have over time. And in my experience, this is why I'm bringing it to light to the youths and them, that we have everything that Tobago has to offer. We have the forests, we have the waterfalls, we have the river, we have the sea, we have the tombstone, we have the sites, we have everything in that one packed place. So with that said, me in my experience and in my knowledge, I would have bring the idea to a couple youths in the community and letting them know that, hey, we see them on a gold mine, right? This is something that we could take from just bush and turn it into a product where they could have sustainable income, right? So as far as where it goes with the tourism in our community, it's something that we have to reshape, right? And other people have a different view as to what it takes to have foreigners passing through the community, maybe local stakeholders invest in doing A, B, and B's and things to house the guests when they're there, and the relevant training. And this is why the diploma program is important. So people have an idea how to deal and the customer relationship and all these things throughout the program, and how to communicate with the guests when they come aboard. You know?
And I'm continuing the conversation with you.
Mm-hmm.
You're a part of the Glamorgan Youth Foundation. What are some of the strategies that you use to keep the youth motivated within the organization that you are currently with?
The quickest strategy is food. Right? But we do a lot of different programs. We do a lot of different programs to encourage them, right? I mean, as president, we do have a space to say that we could go and reside, so everything we do is in the open, more on the beachfront.
Mm-hmm.
So you find that just the open space, being able to come out in the open environment, they are encouraged,
Mm-hmm.
right? We also do a lot of mingling with the senior citizens, right? Last week we had done a senior citizen drive,
right,
where we took out the seniors and had fun with them for a whole day around Tobago. So some of the youth took part and they enjoyed themselves, you know. And all this is in bridging the gap and making the community feel more like a one, more unified, right? And even on the excursion with the elder ones, they were like, you guys need to keep going with this thing. We never see Glamorgan on TV before. We never see this on TV before. And the whole tourism program bringing a whole pride to the community. And I think that sense of pride is what kind of drawing the youths and them closer to the product, because now when they go to school, we're talking about, hey, I heard that on Glamorgan, boy, and Glamorgan is on Glamorgan. So they get pride about the community that they want to be a part of what's going on. And I think that in itself is what kind of keeping them a little close to the group, right? And as I say, with this initiative that we want to implement, it gives them an even better drive, because now they're seeing again something outside that they could use in future as a career builder.
So essentially, you're providing them with the knowledge and the tools necessary for them to progress.
Progress.
And that is all that our youth wants a lot of the time. Sometimes they just need someone to sit and talk with them, someone to show them a different pathway, something that makes them feel as though they are doing something for themselves. And sometimes also just showing them doing something for others is also work in itself and something to be proud of.
Yes, definitely.
Now, what are some of the upcoming projects or plans can Tobago look forward to from No Youth Left Behind and the Glamorgan Youth Foundation? So for No Youth Left Behind, I'm going to ask Ms. Desiree, and then for Glamorgan Youth Foundation, I'm going to give Mr. Gordon the floor.
Okay, well, definitely I would say the continuation of the Tobago branch for the rest of the communities that have not yet been done. We definitely have to get back on board, and have that completed. And of course, well, I know you're going to go over to Mr. Grandison, but looking forward definitely to that partnership collaboration with the Glamorgan Youth Foundation at the Richmond Bay, because I myself, being a born and bred Tobagonian, it's like when we did that site visit, that was the first time that I actually went into Richmond Bay. As he said, we'll just pass by. Oh, the tourists come, they're going to Argyle Waterfall. Nobody knows that there's a hidden gem right in Richmond Bay that they need to tap into. So I would really like to see that this initiative gets underway, get completed, and put Glamorgan on the map.
Mr. Grandison?
Well, as she said, we're going on the map, right? Because as I say, we this first phase is more beautification phase, right? We would have seen the over the years the regatta, we have seen the cons and the pros, and this year, well, next year, right? But this is just preparation for them, right? So other activities we have coming up, normally at the beginning of the year, we have a cultural, where we invite all the church nominations in the village, and we do a little session for the community at the beginning of the year. But the main event for next year is the regatta, of course, right? And again, is a niche product we have up there. It's the only river in Tobago that you could do bamboo rafting.
Wow.
Right? It's wide enough to accommodate bamboo rafting. We had also shared some interest within some dragon boats, but until we do it, then we will finalize that. So that is basically, we merge with both river and sea. So we have both boat racing, the bamboo raft, as I say, is our niche investment at the moment. And we do an obstacle course where participants get a chance to maneuver around different courses, right? This event, of course, is an event because it's all about unity. So we're inviting all the different clubs, the different teams, different villages, youths to be a part of it. Bring out your youths, bring out your children, and we try to make this a staple event for Tobago, because you see the time it is, March the 23rd, right? The third Sunday in March. as we just say up by we, Easter start in the east. Right? So you want to start the Easter in the east with this staple event with the bamboo rafting and things like that. So I think we in the Glamorgan Foundation have been pushing this over the time, and it's been building momentum. For the last 2 years, it's been exceptional over here, I must say. And we look forward to moving forward with no use left behind, gathering the experience they would have in building a product down in the library, Pitch Lake, and they would have a hands-on feel as to what is done already. So we just modeling after them, taking it as a role model. They are like a role model to us, right? We mentoring after them, and as we go about, we want to see how we could, they said two heads are better than one.
Yes.
Right? So you want to see how the two groups could make the product even better than we envision it in ourselves. Right?
Now, I know we spoke about quite a lot in terms of involvement with the youth, the programs that you all want to roll out or implement in the next year. A part of this also has to do with the community and the village. How can parents, schools, or even corporate partners get in touch with you to partner these initiatives? Because some of these things, they require funds, they require other resources that you may not have at your disposal. So share with the viewers, persons may be looking on, let them know your Instagram handles, how they can reach and get in contact with you if they want to partner.
Well, you can always reach us on Facebook, the most popular social media platform. Right, Glamorgan Youths on Facebook. We are on TikTok, right? Hashtag Glamorgan Youths, right? And you could always reach us, direct message us on Facebook, and we could always converse on there. And if you want to send a child to be a part of the group, if you want to donate to the group, you can reach us to us. We have a bank account, can send the funds, and we do, because we're looking for sponsorships. This is the only way we could get this program up and going, right? And we're hoping that stakeholders will see the interest and the positive in what we're trying to bring out from the community, right? Because as I must say, in the whole of Tobago, I think that's actually taking it by hand to build a tourism product, right? We know what is already, the Pigeon Point established, the Agar Waterfall established already, but we taking nothing and trying to bring it into something, just like the No Use Left Behind within the Pitch Lake, right? So I'm hoping that the stakeholders and the business people in the community go see that initiative, that we really trying to do something positive and try to invest in us in that kind of light. Yeah?
Yes. Now, Mr. Joseph, I'm going to direct this question to you, and I can also give Mr. Grandison the floor after you have answered. And knowing your background and where you have started, where you are now, your story, if a young person is listening right now and feels lost or discouraged, what message would you want to leave with them?
Well, I would say that no malfunction, first and foremost. Keep it simple and short. You know, nowadays society, you don't need no set a long talk. You get information in 15, 30 seconds. No malfunction is the code. That is what I tell the youths around me in Trinidad. No malfunction. Stay focused. Put first the kingdom. I truly believe in that. You mentioned my story, me going through a very dark period in my juvenile delinquency, being incarcerated. Myself taking responsibility for my actions. Youths, take responsibility for your actions, for your situation. Take responsibility for shaping your future. You could have a mom that wasn't there for you. Your dad was always on drugs. You grew up in a foster home. God is there. God is real. God is not a fairy tale. It's not a myth. You have to want it. To the elders, because I cannot talk to the youth, as I believe in the proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. Today's society, I think we are a little more standoffish. I think there's a big gap. I think there's a subconscious fear for the young people. You said something so valuable earlier. The young people just need that time, they need that attention. They need to know that we really do care. Sometimes they feel like we blame them for the ills of society, when I think that the young people is just the measurement, you know, the unit code that tells us there's a problem in society. So to the young people, find something positive, surround yourself with positive people, be careful of your environment. It's not how you start in life, but it's how you finish. God first, believe in yourself, apply yourself. Join the Glamorgan Youth Foundation, join the Phoenix Society and the other organizations that are doing their thing. Big up to the Charlottesville Police Youth Club, Miss Moore and the team down there, to the Mount St. George. We have to help the youths, but the youths have to put themselves in a position to be helped.
And Mr. Granderson, any part of it?
For me, I wanted to let the users know that positive thinking brings positive results, right? So in everything you aspire to do, try to look at the positive side of it, and you get a positive outcome, right? I mean, out here in life, you have so much distractions, right, in the world right now with the youths and them, with the social media, and everybody want to get a fast cash and everything like that. So I encourage you youth to you have no such thing as fast cash. Right? If you put in the work, you will get the results, all right? And put in the work. Just put in the work, stay in a positive light. We providing an opportunity up in Glamorgan for a positive haven where people come and express themselves and be a part of something that is uplifting to the community and at large Tobago, right? So if you feel interested, come and be a part. We are on the positive all the time and always looking forward to doing good things in our community.
I just want to thank you all so much for joining us this morning and sharing the incredible work that you are doing and going to do. And your efforts just remind us that when we invest in our youth, we strengthen our communities, our economy, and our future. I just want to thank our viewers for joining us this morning. And I hope you have a great day. This was Good Morning Tobago.